Hello, you guys. Welcome to day 4 of your binge-free year masterclass. Can't even believe we are on day number 4 already, but I'm excited to dive into another training. This is going to be incredible. This is going to be amazing. I hope you guys are enjoying this training so far. I'd love for you guys to share how you're feeling, share how you're loving the masterclass. Like, have you guys been loving this masterclass? Let me know. Are you loving it? Is it really good? Are you having fun? Are you learning lots? Drop something in the chat. We got Cindy on. Hey, Iris. Shelby's in the house. Hello, you guys watching. So good. Let me know how you're feeling. Let me know how you are enjoying the 4-day masterclass. I've been having so much fun. I love you guys. This is so much fun. Michelle is here. Hey, Michelle. Okay, we're diving in. So happy to be here today. Had to watch the replays due to the busy holiday schedule. Yes, thank you so much. Cashel, I think you posted something about, did I message you? Yes, that's me. Christiana, hi. Kimmy is here. Awesome. Okay. So day 4, baby. Let's freaking go. Hi, Sarah. So as a mini little recap, day 1 was all about releasing timelines, goodbye timelines, focusing on progress over perfection, getting excited versus putting pressure on yourself, and asking yourself the honest question, am I doing the best that I can? Day 2 was all about understanding where you're at. We kind of did a little bit of a self check-in. Are you in a place of inaction where you're not taking action? Are you taking action, but it's not the right type of action? Or are things going well, but you're just not binge free yet? Day 2 was all about how distraction, staying busy, relying on willpower, motivation, keeping sugar foods out of the house is not sustainable, and it won't help you get rid of your urges. And then I shared the 3 tools. How many of you guys tried the tools? How many of you guys tried the tools that you can use when you feel the urge to binge to create a state change in your body? Who's a badass? Who tried them? Let me know. Day 3 was all about self-belief. So believing in yourself no matter what, committing to the process no matter what, not only when things are going well, not only when you're not binging, but no matter what, period. So that was a recap. Today is going to be a mixture of mindset and strategy. And we're moving on to day 4. Breath work and cold water has been my favorite tool since starting this journey. Yes, Donna tried them. Michelle tried it. Kimmy. Awesome. Hi, Nora. Hi, Sarah. What has been your favorite day? Can you drop what number? What day? Was it number 1, 2, or 3? I'm just curious. What was your favorite day? What was your favorite day? Let me know in the comments. I want you to notice something. As you guys are dropping it down, I want you guys to notice something. I called this your binge-free year masterclass. And what you probably thought you were going to get was, what are your goals? Are they specific enough? How badly do you want your goals? What is your why? What is your main goal? How important is it for you to heal? Why did I not do that? Why did I not come on and I'm like, you guys, this is your binge for year. Come on. What are your goals? What's your why? How important is it for you? Because I actually don't recommend setting specific goals for your year. Just even thinking about that, it's like, stress, anxiety. What if I don't hit it? Right? It's important to have goals for yourself, yes. But I'm going to share a different way today that's actually going to get you excited, okay? Hey, Stephanie, Sarah, I think day 1, mindset is so important. Yes. Cindy knows. She's been in the membership. And the thing is, it's like, you can know the tools, but you also need to have the right mindset. I talk about mindset in almost every single one of my trainings because you guys know it's like I could literally just tell you all the things, even on day 2. If I just told you the 3 things to do without teaching you why it's important, without teaching you why distraction doesn't work, without teaching you about self-belief, without teaching you about day 1, about releasing the timelines, progress over perfection, it's like it wouldn't land the same. You know, mindset is so important. I tried cold showers, lasted 15 seconds. Well, you did it. Day 1, day 2, day 2, day 2, day 1, day 2, day 2. Awesome. Okay, so good. So what is way more beneficial when you are wanting to heal your relationship with food in the context of binge eating, instead of goals, rigid goals for the new year's, you want to have intentions for yourself and reflect on this past year to see what went well that you can keep doing, what hasn't been going well, so what things you need to stop doing, and then what do you need to start doing. So today's going to be, again, a little mini audit, okay? I want you to reflect on this past year because there's so much wisdom, so much feedback that you can actually get from this past year. I think sometimes people forget about the past year and they're just like, I want to go full throttle into the new year. Remember, new fresh start, new beginnings, new beginning, ooh, exciting. But if you don't actually reflect back, you miss out on so many wins. You miss out on so many celebrations. You miss out on so many lessons and opportunities to take into this next year to make it your best year yet. So this mini audit, part 1, drop in the chat wins. Drop in the chat wins. This is the first part of the audit. I want you to reflect back on your top 5 wins from this past year. I don't care how small or how big. What were your wins from this last year? Can you drop a few? Maybe it was I ditched my scale. Maybe it was I focused on habits versus calories burnt. Maybe it was walking outside more for your mental health. Maybe it doesn't have to do with your relationship with food. It can be, of course. It could be other things. It can be life stuff. Like I got a job promotion. I bought a new home. It could be relationship with food wise, but what are some wins? I got a new job. I feel like I was reading your mind, Kimmy. That's amazing. Everyone celebrate Kimmy. Congratulations. So exciting. If there are wins with your relationship with food, like heck freaking yes. I beat cancer. Donna. Badass. That's huge, Donna. I'm so happy for you. I deleted my fitness pal. Like, look at this. So good. Okay. So the first part is to look at your wins and to see. I was doing the 21-day food freedom challenge, joining the membership, getting an intentional movement, coming back to reading and falling in love with it again, quitting smoking. Michaela, hashtag badass right there. Look at all those wins. My goals are focused on how I feel, not how it looks. Daniela, another badass. Cindy, I committed to healing my relationship with you. Yes. Sue, I traveled for a month and gave myself headspace to plan. Ooh, that just sounds so grounding. Love it. Sarah, completed my first year employed at Mayo Clinic. Amazing. So good. Hi, Stephanie. So good. Okay, so that's the first part. And even like you guys, just take a look at the chat for a moment. Don't you just get excited hearing about other people's wins or dropping your wins? It ignites the excitement back. It ignites the excitement back versus, well, I didn't stop binge eating this year, so, well, just going to try again next year. It's like, that's not exciting. It's like, okay, maybe it's true. I didn't stop binge eating this year, but what have I done? I'm going to celebrate those wins because they do matter. Okay. So the first part was wins. The second part, drop in the chat lessons. Drop in the chat lessons. What are your top lessons that you've learned this past year? Well, you've already learned like 25 million in this 4-day course. Distraction doesn't work. Dieting is different than healing your relationship with food. Timelines create pressure. Action is required to build evidence and to build self-belief. Getting rid of your urges will help you have less urges. You've already learned a million things in this course. Joking, but not really joking. What lessons have you learned from this past year? Maybe it's like, I need to start having boundaries and saying no to things that don't serve me. Because when I just say yes to everything, I'm worn down, I'm burnt out, I'm exhausted. And then at the end of the night, I'm finding myself self-soothing with food. Maybe a lesson is I need to focus on one habit at a time. Because when I try to be so perfect and stick to 25 different habits, I end up doing 0 habits. So what lessons have you learned? 1 to 3, max 5, but what are 1 to 3 lessons that you've learned? You are describing me exactly. I need to listen to myself, trust myself. Life is too short to spend it worried about food all day. Yes, Heather. Yes, Sarah. Yes, Michelle. Scale is not important. No longer use it. Yes, so good. Again, reflecting on the lessons, hey, Jacqueline, is to not dwell on the past. You don't reflect on lessons to dwell on the past, but it's to have so much curiosity that you can go from learning, like you're like, these are lessons, like you're learning things. You're not dwelling, right? You're just reflecting, you're extracting lessons that you can use it to your advantage and actually make shifts later on. So number 1 is wins. Number 2 is lessons. The importance of rest, not burning myself out, advocating for yourself. I can stop overeating and don't have to go to a full binge. Yes, Daniela. Max said, I wasn't actually feeling my emotions despite always feeling bad. I feel so much better when I prioritize sleep, morning, night routine, than trying to fill my time with plans. So good. I put things off, need to manage my procrastination and start to act. I need to say no more. Yeah. I feel like I was reading all of your minds. I'm like, I already know the lessons. I've been there, done that, learned the lessons down teaching you. Okay, part 3. Part 3 is kind of similar to part 1, but what are you most proud of yourself for this past year? Drop proud in the chat. It's important to extract the lessons, but you've got to boost yourself up a little bit. So maybe you're proud of yourself because you're here and you're showing up. Maybe you're proud of yourself because you've already started healing your relationship with food. You started sticking to a specific habit. So when you really think about what are you proud of yourself for, it's kind of similar to the wins, but it's like, if I really think about what am I proud of myself for, like maybe, I don't know, maybe there was something that you were courageous, you took courageous action, you did something that scared you, but you did it anyways. And I'm like, I'm so proud of myself for doing that. Right? There can be unlimited things, like you can share as many as you want. If you have any, you can drop it in the chat. So you have your wins. You have committed to 1 year with Lorna. Yes, she's in the membership. Once you have your wins, and by the way, Nadia just joined the membership this morning. So let's all just like in the chat, like congratulating her, because that's a big deal. So Nadia, congratulations. You have your wins, you have your lessons, and now you're asking yourself what you're proud of yourself for, right? You have the wins, you have the lessons, and then you have what am I proud of yourself for? Yes, you're here. I know, it's so exciting. So now you want to ask yourself 3 questions. These 3 questions is what's going to allow you to see what shifts you need to make in this upcoming year. So the 3 questions that you got to ask yourself: what do I need to stop doing? What do I need to start doing? And what do I need to continue doing? So number 1, what do I need to stop doing? what do I need to start doing, and what do I need to continue doing? So drop below, stop, start, continue. Stop, start, continue. So reflecting back on this past year, let's start with what do you need to stop doing? Because this is going to be different for every single person. What do you need to stop doing? Maybe you got to stop beating yourself up. Maybe you need to stop restricting. Maybe you need to stop being so hard on yourself when you have a bad body image day and you see yourself in the mirror and you're like, I look like that. Maybe you need to stop comparing yourself. Maybe you're comparing your journey to somebody else's journey and you're like, why are they healing so much faster than me? Maybe you need to stop speaking so negatively to yourself, or you got to stop focusing. Maybe you got to stop focusing on weight loss. Stop focusing on macros and dieting. Maybe you need to stop weighing yourself, weighing your food. So what do you need to stop doing? Stop trying to be so perfect. Mackenzie, I need to stop being so hard on myself because it obviously hasn't worked at this point. Huge realization. Stop picking apart my body. Yes. Eating when not hungry. Yes. I want to be clear. This is what you need to stop doing, but it might not be what you feel like stopping. So what I mean by this, you might know, think like you already have things that come into mind. And you're like, I know deep down I need to stop doing certain things. But maybe you don't always feel like doing it, or it's scary, right? In yesterday's conversation, I talked a lot about deep down in your heart, you know why you're here. You know why you're in this masterclass. You're ready to do things differently. You're ready to do things sustainably. But you might not always feel like doing things that you know you need to do. You might not feel like you want to delete MyFitnessPal, but you know that that's the right thing for you. You're not going to always feel like not giving into your urges, but not giving into your urges is going to change your life. Maybe you don't want to give up the scale, but you know you need to. So drop below need versus want. Need versus want. What do you know you need to stop doing that's going to benefit you and take you one step closer to having your binge-free year? You know what this is, but sometimes fear gets in the way. And again, it's okay to have fear. What do you need to do? Now, in the first training, I talked a lot about need and how need creates pressure. But I'm not saying need in the sense of dieting. I'm not saying you need Kimmy, Kristen, and Cindy, and Donna, and Michelle, and Mac. You need to stop eating sugar. You need to stick to your macros. You need to close the kitchen. That's what creates pressure. That's the timelines creates pressure. You need to be here by X date. This is different. The need that I'm talking about in this training of what you need to stop doing are the things that are going to heal your relationship with food, that are going to change your life, versus you need to do this to be perfect with your diet. This need is different. Do you guys see the difference? I'm not saying you need to weigh your broccoli and you need to go to the gym 25 days a week. Does not even make sense. You need to go to the gym 7 days per week. Yes, they're self-loving. It's like you know you need to stop doing these things, but it's of a benefit for you. It's an act of self-love. I need to stop acting on my urges. I need to change the way that I'm speaking to myself. I need to stop dieting. I need to stop weighing myself. That is what will actually propel you into the healthiest, happiest version of yourself long-term, which is what you want. You want your binge for a year. So what do you need to stop doing? That's the first question you got to ask yourself. What do I need to stop doing? The second question, what do I need to start doing? Start doing. Drop start in the chat. I love being interactive with you guys. It helps you remember things. Start, stop, continue. You're never gonna forget that. You're like, wait, which one was first? You're never gonna forget it. So for the most part, this is probably the exact opposite of what you just wrote down. So let's say, for example, you said you need to stop beating yourself up. You probably need to start speaking to yourself more kindly. Maybe you need to start implementing more gentle movement versus forcing yourself to do these crazy workouts that you're not even enjoying. Maybe you need to start listening to your body versus an external plan. Maybe you need to start respecting your body. Even on the days you don't feel good in your body, you still go out and you still put yourself out there. Maybe on the days where you don't want to eat because you've had a huge binge and you're like, I really want to restrict, but I'm going to start fueling my body properly. Maybe you need to start having more satisfying meals. Maybe you need to actually start eating what you're actually craving, not what you think that you must eat and that you need to eat and you should be eating. It's like, what do I actually want to eat? Maybe you got to start doing that. You got to ask yourself versus what your friend's ordering or what this person's eating. It's like, what do you want? So what do you need to start doing? If you have a few, drop it in the chat. What do you need to start doing? 1 to 3 things, max 5. If you can only think of one, drop one below. But again, what do you need to start doing? What do you know you need to start doing in order to heal your relationship with food? What do you know you need to start doing that's going to change your life? What do you know you need to start doing to take you one step closer to your binge-free year? You've got what do you need to stop doing? You've got what you need to start doing. And for the most part, they're going to be the opposites. Eat what I really want to eat. Yes. Not give in to my binge urges. Yes. Prioritizing me. So good. Like when I just hear this, I'm like, yes, yes, yes. More prioritizing yourself, not giving into your urges. Yes, eat what you really want to eat. I love it. Being grateful for my body. Yes, Kristen. Eat in front of other people. Yes, I was on a call with a private client today and that's what she's been practicing, like eating more in front of other people. I'm like, yes. Get more and better sleep. Yes, Cindy, you can never get enough sleep. Sleep is key. Okay. Start learning to walk away from the mirror when I get a little bit too picky about things. Yes. Yep. It's like, this isn't serving me. Okay, I'm going to start moving away from that. Love it. So stop, start, and then continue. Write continue below. Looking at this past year, what have you done well? Thinking back to your wins and thinking back to what you're proud of yourself for. Again, it's time to boost yourself up a little bit. Pat yourself on the back a little bit before going into a new year. And you're like, you know what, man, I did a really good job at XYZ thing. I need to continue doing that. Maybe it's I'm going to continue going to bed early because it actually helps me have so much energy and I physically feel so much better. And you're not spending time so exhausted and then turning to food to try to give you energy. Maybe you need to continue eating intuitively because you're like, yeah, I started this whole intuitive eating process and I just got to continue doing that. Maybe you need to continue to go for a walk a few days per week. It doesn't have to be so structured, but maybe that was really helpful for you. Fresh air, mental health. Maybe you got to continue plugging into a community, showing up for yourself. So what has been going well? What has been making you feel really good? And what can you continue from this past year into the next year? Okay. So you can drop anything that comes to mind in the chat. What do you need to continue doing? Max says, continue listening so deeply to my body because she's actually really smart and knows what I need. Bad freaking ass. Badass. Yes. Your body is actually so smart. You guys, if you just pay attention, you just listen to it. But everyone's so scared of listening to your body because it's like, my body must be lying. I cannot be hungry again. I just ate 5 minutes ago. And it's like your body knows the truth. So sometimes it's not always about new. What do I need to start doing? That's one aspect. I love you too, Matt. It's not always about what do I need to start doing? Like that's one aspect. But sometimes it's just the continuation of doing things that you're already doing. Like you need to be consistent. Not have shiny object syndrome. Ooh, this diet. Ooh, this new plan. Ooh, this new thing. Sometimes it's you got to stick with the habits that you know make you feel really good. Is it sexy being consistent with the same things over and over and over and over and over and over and over again? Not really, but it will change your life. I've been consistently eating intuitively for almost 6 years now. I could have been like, well, I need something else. Like, what's the new thing? No, I stayed consistent. And that's why I'm where I'm at today. I'm always experimenting. I'm always trying new foods. I'm learning my body. I'm learning more and more about my body every single day. Focusing on other intentions that I have. It gets to be fun. Continue to eat without distractions. Amazing, Cindy. I've started to listen when people say nice things and not brush them off. Yes, that's helped. And I want to continue. Yes, that's so good. How often does somebody give you a compliment and you're like, oh, the shirt, it was $1. Oh, my hair. Oh, yeah, I haven't washed it in 5 days. Glad you couldn't see the grease on my hair. Oh, these nails, well, you better not look too close because it looks nice from far, but as soon as you go close, don't look too close. Like, we go here, and it's like, just accept the compliment. Thank you. Thank you. You know? Thank you. That's so good. So, you've got your wins, you've got your lessons, you've got what you're proud of yourself for, and then the action plan, what you need to stop doing, what you need to start doing, and then what you need to continue doing. And then to wrap this all up in a cute little bow, I want you to choose an intention and a word to describe how you want to feel this next year. So let me explain. This is so much more appropriate in the context of healing your relationship with food in terms of intentions versus resolutions or goals. Because intentions don't create pressure. We talked about this. The goals and the timelines is what creates pressure. Intentions are great because it's still something that you focus on. It's still something that you're working towards, but there's no pressure. There's not a lot of pressure. So to help you decide what your intention and your word is, I want you to actually think back to the audit that we did in the second training. So I talked about the different categories. Inaction, not taking action. You're taking action, but you're not seeing results because you're not taking the right action. And then the third category was things are going well, but you're not binge free yet. From there, I'm going to walk you through this process, but from there, you can choose an intention and a word based off of what you know you need to do. So for example, if you are in the category of inaction, drop inaction so we don't forget what the categories are. Drop inaction down below. If that was your first, if you were part of that first category of inaction, maybe your intention is I'm going to show up for myself every single day. And maybe your word is action or your word is show up. And that matches perfectly with the category because of course you don't want to be in this place of inaction. So now you have awareness if you are considered in this category, and you can choose your intention, you can choose your word to get out of this category, maybe bumped up to category 2 or category 3. You can't be afraid to give yourself tough love sometimes. I think often in the journey of healing your relationship with food, it's like give yourself grace, give yourself compassion. And don't get me wrong, I tell my clients this all the time. When my clients come to me and they're like, I feel guilty or I've just binged, I remind them self-compassion, self-compassion, self-compassion. However, if you aren't doing the things that you know you need to do, you got to give yourself tough love and it's okay. So maybe your word is discipline. Discipline is very different than motivation. I'm going to walk through all the categories, so don't worry. I'm just going to talk about this one category. Discipline is not the same as motivation. Drop discipline over motivation in the chat. Discipline over motivation. Motivation, you guys know how I feel about it. It's the BS one. You know, it comes and it goes. And it's like, the reality is you're not going to always feel like doing the things that you need to do. That's the truth. You're not going to always feel like doing the things that you know you need to do. You're not always going to feel like doing things that are going to change your life. You're not always going to feel like utilizing a tool to help you not give into your binge urges, but it's going to change your life. You're not always going to feel like going outside for a walk, but you know it's going to improve your mental health. So instead of, I'm going to be so motivated this year with tons of motivation, maybe your word is discipline. Discipline is, I do the things I say I'm going to do, whether I feel like it or not. And you can't be afraid of that. Like I said, it's like you go and you heal your relationship with food and it's like, yeah, but I got to give myself grace. Yes, you do. But you also got to actually take action, and not in a diet culture way of I'm going to be disciplined to not eat after 7 o'clock. That's a rule. It's not discipline in the sense of I got to work out 7 days per week. That's a rule. It's discipline in the sense of utilizing these tools to rewire your brain. Disciplined to utilize tools that are going to change your life. Discipline is doing the things that you know are going to make you feel really, really good, not make you feel worse after. I'm going to be disciplined to check in with my body to see, am I hungry? Is this a craving? Is this an urge? So for those of you guys who are in the inaction category, what is your intention and what is your word? If you related with the first category of inaction, what is your intention and what is your word? If you know what that is, if you know what word you want to choose, drop it below. If you know your intention, you can drop it below. The second category, who is in the second category? This is the second category, is you're taking action, but you're not seeing results, or you're taking action, but maybe not the right type of action. Show up. Yes, Michelle. Discipline and show up. So good. So in this second category, for you, because you are taking action, but it's not necessarily the right action, maybe your intention is I'm going to learn the proper tools to rewire my brain. Maybe your intention is I'm going to get the proper support from somebody like myself who's been free that can lead me the way. Maybe your intention is I'm going to start utilizing the tools to not give into my binge urges versus relying on distraction. Because I was taking action, but I wasn't using the right tools. Maybe your intention is I'm going to focus on sustainability and long-term results over short-term quick fixes. So maybe your word is sustainable. Maybe your word is rewire. You're committed to rewiring your brain and doing things different than you've ever done before. Maybe your word is heal, because all you've done for years and years and years was diet. And you want to take action, but the right type of action. So instead of focusing on the diets, you're going to focus on healing. So maybe your word is heal. So if you resonated with the second category, you're taking action, but you're not seeing results. What is your intention and what is your word? For anyone in category 2, I want to see all of you guys. I want you guys to participate. What is your word? What is your intention? You're like, Lorna, I need time to figure this out. It needs to be perfect. It does not need to be perfect. You can change it. Charlotte said action and rewire. Yes, 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 yes. Anyone else want to share? You're in the second category. You're taking action, but you're not getting the results that you're looking for. What is the intention? What is the word? Heather, sustainable and consistency. Yes. And those two go so hand in hand. When you start doing things sustainably, you're automatically going to start being consistent. Yeah, so good. Self-discipline, correction, or regulation of oneself for the sake of improvement. Yes, I love it. So good. Okay, third category. Who's in the third category? Things are going well, but you're not binge free yet. For you in this category, you might have, and by the way, it's valuable to listen to all three ones, because if you're in one, you're going to move up to 2 and 3. If you're in 2, you're going to move up to 3 soon. Right? I love everyone's words: discipline, action, and rewire. Yes, Brittany. So for those of you guys in category 3, maybe you have your intention is, I'm going to continue showing up for myself. I'm going to continue to trust the process. Because for you, if things are going well, but you're not binge free yet, maybe you just got to keep reminding yourself of how far you've come. You got to remind yourself how good you're doing. You got to remind yourself how proud of yourself you are. Maybe the word is trust. You got to trust that although things are good, things can get even better. I used to be in this place when I was healing and things were going well. I was like, but I just want to live such an amazing life. I know all of you guys too. So I'm like, when things are good, I'm like, that's great, but I'm not here to live a good life. Like I'm here to live like a great life. You know what I mean? Like I don't settle for just good. Like good is good, but like I'm going for the great, you know? So you got to trust that things are going to get even better. Maybe your word is consistency. You got to keep doing exactly what you're doing because things are going well and you just got to be consistent. Maybe your word is, I'm proud. I'm just going to be proud because things are going well. I've already been putting in the work. Hey, Rachel. Mac says respect, pleasure, joy, unconditional trust. Oh, so good. So good. So these are a few different suggestions for you in terms of intentions and words. Don't get so caught up in these categories. Like you might be in a category of inaction, but your intention is, I want to be committed no matter what. I want to be present with my family this year. I want to choose memories over macros. So your word is memories. Your word is presence. So don't get caught up on choosing an intention only based off of the category. It is helpful because obviously if you're in a place of inaction, your intention probably has to do with something about taking action, right? If you're taking the right action, but you're not getting the results, your intention probably has to do with something about like, I need to do things differently. I need to rewire my brain versus just going on these diets. If you're in a place right now where things are going well, but you're not binge free yet, you probably need to focus on celebration, being proud of yourself and consistently showing up and trusting the process that you will get there. You will be binge free, even though things are going well now and you are having less urges or you're binging less, you will get to the point of having no binges, no urges. Now, why is it important to set intentions? I always like explaining why I get you guys to do things. In all my teachings with all my clients, I would explain why. You can clearly see how setting a goal of, I need to work out X amount of times, I need to not eat after 7 o'clock, like you already know that makes you anxious. But I also want to talk about this. When you think about the word intention, drop intention below. The definition of intention is a thing intended, like an aim or a plan. I searched it up on Google, guys. Intention, a thing intended, an aim or a plan. This is important because you're not creating rigid rules that are going to leave you falling off track. It's an intention. It's an aim. You're aiming towards something. Does it need to be perfect? No. Does it need to be perfect? Heck freaking no. If your word is action or your intention is showing up, does that mean every single day from the time that you wake up in the morning until the time that you go to bed, you need to be taking action? No. We're talking about a year here. A year of you consistently taking action throughout the year. Yes, you can be taking action every single day, but this is not about being perfect. It's not about being rigid. An intention, it's an aim So you're aiming towards something. It's not must or perfect. It's like, I'm aiming towards this. But also, it's a plan. So also, you want to follow the plan. This is not, well, I'm going to set an intention for the first day, and then, well, because it's an intention and it's not the goal, I don't really have to be disciplined about it. It's just an intention. I mean, whoop-de-doo. It's cute. It's cute. It's not a goal. It's a cute little intention. No, that's not who you are. You're going to stay true to your word. You're going to follow through with your intention that you set for yourself. And maybe you got to remind yourself of this word or this intention every single day. And if you do not have a word for yourself, I got one for you. Badass. That's it. I'm going to just commit to being a badass, and you're going to conquer binge eating, because a badass is someone who does the things that she says she's going to do. She takes action. She goes after her goals. She heals her relationship with food. Boom. So intention is aim. You're aiming towards something. So it doesn't have to be perfect. You're aiming towards something, but it's also a plan. So you also want to stick to, you want to follow through with it. It's a plan, right? If you make plans with your friends, you're not going to just cancel last minute. Like you want to follow through with it. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you can't just say, oh, it's an intention, so it doesn't really matter. It's not a goal, so like I don't have to follow through with it. No, that's not who you are. Now, something else I want to say is, this is not, I need to set one intention, and whatever intention I wrote down in the chat, I better stick to it. I better stick to this one word. You can change your mind. It's not written in stone. I'm not going to look back at this and be like, Donna, how dare you? Cindy, Brittany, Jamie, Michelle, Heather. Like, no. This is not the only intention you can have all year. You can shake shit up, okay? Maybe for the first month, you're feeling good with this intention. And then you're like, you know what? I've been taking a lot of action. I'm going to change my intention. This word feels better. You can change your mind. But, there's always a but. Not in a cop-out way of like, well, okay. You see, my word was action, but I don't feel like it. So like, I'm going to change it to grace. Yeah, I'm going to give myself grace. If you know deep down that is what you need, go for it. But don't use it as an excuse to not follow through with what you know is going to change your life. This. Set your word, set your intention. And if it doesn't feel right, you can change your mind, but not in a way of like, I chose commitment, but then I don't feel like it anymore, so I'm just going to change my word. No, that's not who you are. The best part about setting an intention and having a word is you can ask yourself, are the actions that I'm taking in alignment with my intention? Are the actions in alignment with the word that I've set for myself? So let's say your word is self-love. I know it's 2 words, but whatever, self-love, but you're restricting. Is that in alignment with your intention and your word? You say your word is self-love, but you're not eating before going out for dinner. You say self-love, but you end up not going to the party because you're bloated. You say self-love, but you continue to overeat. That's not self-love, right? So having an intention is asking yourself, are the intentions, are the actions that I'm taking in alignment with this word and this intention? Let's say your word is presence. How many of you guys want to be more present in this next year? How many of you guys want to be present in your life, like so present with your family? You just want to be present. I've had many intentions of wanting to be more present in my life. It's always been a goal, and it still is always a goal. Like I want to just soak in every freaking moment of every single day. I'm like, presence, 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 presence. Yeah. So let's say your word is presence. Let's say your word is presence, but you're way too focused on calories and you're focusing more on calories than time spent with your husband at the dinner table. Let's say your word is presence, but you chose to not go out to a social event because I had a bad body image day. Or you're on your phone scrolling all day on TikTok or whatever it is, and you're on autopilot mode. That's not presence. So this is a really good reminder. Are my actions in alignment with the word and the intention that I set for myself? Maybe your word is action, and you find yourself consistently saying, just one more binge. Well, just one more time. This is going to be the final one, right? But this is what happens. In this case, don't go relying on motivation or trying harder. I talked about that in day 2. That's not what's needed. Maybe if your word is action and you're finding yourself still self-sabotaging, well, maybe it's time to get the right support. Maybe it's time to be part of a community. What do I actually know I need to do? Because again, sometimes knowing the tools isn't enough. You can know the tools, but if there's resistance to using the tools, if there's self-sabotage, you might need maybe not another tool, you might need support. You might need accountability. Somebody to see you, like myself, that can help you work through blocks or limiting beliefs. So this is a good check-in point throughout the year. Are my actions in alignment with my intention? Are my actions in alignment with the word that I have? And if so, thumbs up, amazing. And if not, what do I need to adjust? Because every action gets to be in alignment with the word that I set for myself, and have fun. Now, the last piece that I want to talk to you guys about is this is a journey. Who here wants to have fun on your way to becoming binge free? Like, you don't want to just get to the end destination. I know you want to stop binging. I know you want to feel good with food for the rest of your life. I know you're ready to do things sustainably. But how many of you guys want to have fun? Drop fun in the chat. Maybe like an emoji or like a party emoji or something like that. Like, how many of you guys want to have fun? Right? Yeah, Mac is like, if the journey isn't fun, I'm not doing it. Right? I'm all about fun. I'm like, I want you guys to enjoy the journey. Fun, me, right? When you're dieting and you're focusing on weight loss only, it's always about the end destination. Like, how fast can I get to the end destination? I don't even care if I feel awful. I don't even care if I'm hungry. I don't even care if I'm tired. I got to push through. I got to motivate myself to just do it. Doesn't matter how I feel. I just got to get to the end destination. What fun are you having feeling like a zombie? And we talked about this briefly yesterday. Not only is it not fun, but then you get to the end destination and you're still not happy. And it's like, now what? What's the next destination? Okay, I got here. Okay, but what's next? So that's one aspect, right? It's like, you don't have fun. So you're on this journey, you're killing yourself, dieting and doing all these crazy things. You're not having fun, but then you get to the end destination and you're like, but I'm still not where I want to be. That's not fun. But I also want to take this a little bit deeper. Is it cool if I go a little deeper with you guys? Drop yes in the chat. It's one thing to not enjoy the journey because of what you're doing isn't sustainable. And it's one thing to have destination addiction when you go from one destination to the next, to the next, to the next. But what I want to say is this. This is your life we're talking about. When you're chasing the end goal, you're not present. When you're chasing the end goal, you're not having fun. You're not enjoying this one precious life that you guys have. We have one freaking life. We have one life. You have one life to live. And when you are so busy going to the next goal, chasing the next thing, going to the next destination, you don't enjoy this precious life. Especially if how you're getting to your goal is through hell and back, and you're spending it dieting and restricting yourself. You don't want to live your life like that. You want to feel peace, at balance, and calm around food. And guess what? You get to start experiencing that right now. And the way that you do that is by enjoying the journey. When you enjoy the journey, you have fun. You have the time of your life. You're having fun as you're on your way to becoming binge free. It's not hurry up, I got to get to this one goal and I'm not happy. Every single day on your journey, you get to have fun. You get to make memories. Not only when you reach your goal, it's not I'm only going to be happy when I reach my goal. You're going to make memories. Life is now. One of my mentors always says this. She says, life is happening now. So what are you waiting for? Life is happening now. So what are you waiting for? How can you have more fun on your journey? I literally want you to think about this phrase like every single day. Like, how can I have more fun on my journey? How can I have fun as I'm conquering binge eating? If you have one life, how do you want to live it? Even if you're not binge free yet, but you are showing up and being that best version of yourself, and you're healing and you're having fun along the way, you're going to have a better life. Even if you're not binge free yet, you're on your way, but at least you're going to enjoy the journey. If you wake up every single day and you're like, how can I have so much fun while I'm on this journey to conquering binge eating? Things are going to shift for you. Is ending binge eating fun? I mean, well, I'll make it fun for you, but you got to make it fun. You don't want to take things so seriously. Yes, you got to put in the work. I'm the first to tell you that. You got to show up. You got to be committed. But life is happening now. And I am here to absolutely help you conquer binge eating. We're going to make that happen together. I can confidently say I will get you there. But I'm also so passionate about just seeing you happy, seeing you healthy, seeing you have fun, seeing you go out and play with your kids and go out for date night with your husband and go live your life, because life is happening now. Not when I reach my body goal, not when I'm binge free, but now. Today. Not even, oh, maybe next Monday. Not even next month. Today. How can you have more fun on your journey? Because when you do that, you're happy today. You're making memories today. You're happy now. You're making memories now. You're living your life now. You're loving your life now. So then you go reach your goal and you're still happy and you're still loving life and you're still making memories and you get to enjoy life even more. Life gets to be even better than you've ever imagined, that you've ever expected. Life gets to be so damn good. Drop so damn good below. So damn good. Things get to be even better than you've ever imagined. How can you have more fun? This is what I did on my journey back in 2019. Like I said, that was the year I fully committed. I showed up for myself. I put in the work, but I also had fun. And I still allowed myself to do things. I still allowed myself to go out for dinner with my husband, even though it was scary. Or I allowed myself to actually go out because I knew that that was the thing that I actually wanted to do. I knew that that was the thing that I actually cared about. I cared more about memories over macros, even though I wanted to convince myself that macros were more important. I wanted memories. I wanted presence. I wanted those things. So if you want those things and those are values of yours and those things are important to you, focus on them now. You get to have them now. If you want to go on vacation and you're like, that's what I really want, but I can't because the food, or I can't because my body. You're holding yourself back. You're robbing yourself of so much joy and happiness. What do you want now? You get to enjoy your life now. And you know what? Here's the thing, you guys. The more fun you have, the happier you'll be. And when you're happy, you take action. When you're loving your life and you're happy and life is going well and life is good, it's like you take action because you're having fun, you're living your life. When you're living your life, guess what? You experience more joy. You experience more pleasure. And I say this often, but when you have so much fun and you have so much joy and you have so much pleasure in your life, you're not going to need a false sense of joy or a false sense of pleasure through food. Yes, I want my confidence back. Let's go, Sarah. I can take you there. The goal is to be so high on your life that you no longer need to get high off of a binge. The goal is to be so high on your own life that you don't need to get high off of a binge. You're like, I feel so good. My life is so good. So who's ready to get high? I'm joking. I'm joking. How are we feeling? How are we feeling? Who is like so beyond ready to make 20, like this year coming up, your binge free year? Like who's freaking ready? You're like, yes, yes, yes. I'm not going to just say it. I'm going to do it. Mac is like, me? I did not want you to be joking. I was actually serious. Who is excited? Like you're just like, you know what? I want to conquer binge eating, but after listening to this, like I just want the best freaking life for myself. That's what I'm all about. I can help you conquer binge eating. I have no doubt. But if you want to have fun along the journey, you want support along the way, you want to have fun, you want to laugh, you want to make memories, you want to live your best freaking life, I'm the coach for you. Period. Ready? Me, so ready. I love it. I'm ready. So good. All right, you guys. So, can't even believe we are wrapping things up. Day number 4 is complete. Oh my gosh. But we're moving on. We're moving on to other things. We've got other things going on. So I'm going to take a few moments to share, again, a few more things coming up. If you don't want this party to end, the party does not have to end. We can keep going. We have so much fun in my world. I just can't wait to continue supporting you guys. So again, a few things. The first thing is stop the urge. There's been so many of you guys who's joined it. Who just joined Stop the Urge? Donna did. Who else did? There were so many. Let me pull it up. Anyways, Stop the Urge is coming up next. This program is happening in January. I'm actually going to pull it up because I like to celebrate people. If you joined, drop a me below. Beck, Stephanie, Karen, Kim, Kimberly, Hannah, Donna, Ariel, Elizabeth, Rachel, and Sinette. Like, how freaking amazing. I'm so excited. So this program is happening in January. This is all about getting rid of your binge urges. If you're feeling impulsive with food, if you feel like as soon as you have a bite of something or a cookie, you can't just have one. It's like, I need to have 5 or 6. This is the program for you. I'm going to teach you how to prevent urges from arising in the first place. I'm going to teach you more tangible tools for when you feel the urge to binge that will help you to not give in, and how to actually sustainably get rid of your binge urges. Okay. The price goes up tomorrow. Less than 24 hours, the price goes up. So again, it's on pre-sale, lowest price, $222 or 2 payments of $125. The price goes up tomorrow. The full price will be $497 when we start in January. Okay, so you can lock in your price and you can just message me. I'm pretty sure I put the link in the chat. I'll do it here as well too. So that's the first thing coming up. Okay, that's the first thing coming up. The second thing I want to talk to you guys about is the Root and Rewire membership. The reason I actually did this masterclass was to prepare you guys for a year with me. Like I want to support you for 6 months to a year, because I know the magic that could happen when you commit to yourself for 6 months or a year. You guys committed to 4 days, and I'm sure you felt some type of shift. Who here felt some type of shift? You're like, I feel more excited. I feel more ready. Like you felt even a tiny little shift. Imagine what we can do in 6 months or 12 months. So again, this membership is if you want to learn all of the foundational tools to heal your relationship with food. Get out of the all or nothing mentality. Stop thinking about food. Become less impulsive. Get to the root of your binge eating. Control your cravings. Rewire your brain. Like all of the foundational tools. Stop secret eating. Yes, Jamie. I love it. Michelle, so good. So again, 6 months or 12 months, you've got my entire support. You've got the community to help you as you are healing your relationship with food. So I'm going to drop a link down below as well too. Nadia just joined this morning, so I'm celebrating all of you guys popping in. If you have any questions for me, please message me. If you're like, I don't know which one is best, or you have any questions about the programs that I just shared, message me. Can you explain more about Stop the Urge? Is it a group meeting, a one-in-one meeting? What does it involve? Okay, so Stop the Urge is a program where there's going to be trainings like this. So just like how I went live and I did a training. So there's going to be multiple trainings, right? I teach you, right? I teach you how to get rid of your urges. And then there's going to be a community group. So you can share your wins. And you can literally like drop, I didn't give into the urge to binge. People are celebrating you. So there's the group aspect. There's going to be trainings with me. There's also going to be Q&A opportunities. So if you have any questions throughout the program, I'm going to be able to answer your questions as well too. And it's all lifetime access. So trainings, Q&As, group support, community, all that vibe. Okay. Max says, I cannot say enough good things about the membership. All the resources, you get access to the amazing community, the monthly calls, and the new resources. It's all absolutely worth it. I cannot remember the last time I binged because I'm putting in the work on this journey, and I can't do that because I can do that because of the membership. Yeah. Yeah. So good. So good. So good. We actually have our Q&A tomorrow. If you join the membership, you'll actually get our Q&A is tomorrow. So you'll get to be part of that as well too. So you guys know I got your back. Like I am here for you if you want to sustainably end your binge eating. Like I said, I am not the coach if you just want to have a few binge-free days. Like I can help you get there sustainably. And we have a lot of fun doing it. So if you want to rewire your brain, you want to get rid of your binges, I'm the coach for you. You can message me if you have any questions. Okay. Charlotte, let me know if you have any other questions, you can message me. All right. Last thing I will say, I obviously have to do the giveaway. I did not forget about that. The last thing I will say is if you are wanting more personalized coaching, I also have my academy. You can just message me if you know that you want like high level support. That's for some special unicorns. So if you know you want that, just message me and I can share the personalized coaching options as well too. Okay. Okay, you guys, we're going to do the final giveaway, which is so exciting. I used a random number generator. So thank you to everyone that left a rating and review on my podcast or shared on your Instagram stories. The winner is Carissa. I don't think she's on, but congratulations, Carissa. I'm so excited. You are going to win my body image program. I think this is going to be so good for you, my body image program. So I will message you. You can either join and get access right away, or you can join the next round, but I'll message you. Okay. So congratulations. It's my body image program. I can't wait. So exciting. Okay. Miles says, does the Root and Rewire membership include the information from Stop the Urge to Binge program you just described? So they're two separate things. So Stop the Urge is a program on how to get rid of your binge urges. My Root and Rewire membership is all about healing your relationship with food. I do talk about urges, but it's not the same as Stop the Urge. That's why they're two separate things. Stop the Urge is a 3-week program. It's one topic. So if you know that you have urges that are intense and you feel like you always have to give in and you just trying to distract yourself and you want to learn tangible tools to not only help you to not give in, but help you get rid of your urges, that's what Stop the Urge is for. It's 3 weeks and it's all about getting rid of your urges. My Root and Rewire membership is 6 or 12 months, and it's all the foundational pieces to heal your relationship with food and break out of the diet binge cycle. Some people are in both. I have many people in both. If there's one that you're like, no, I definitely know I have urges, I got to do Stop the Urge. Or maybe you're like, you know what? I want to learn all the foundational tools. I want to join the membership. If you don't know, just message me. Okay. But again, some people do both. You can absolutely do both as well too. Okay. So Miles, let me know if that answered your question. I think we're also messaging on Instagram, so you can message me about that as well too. Okay. All right, you guys, I had the time of my life with you guys. Like, this is so much fun. I'm here for this. Like, I am so passionate about helping every single one of you guys conquer binge eating. This information that I'm sharing with you guys changed my life. And I can't wait to support you guys even deeper. So thank you for being here. Thank you for showing up for yourself. Like, day 4, you're still here. Like, this has been amazing. Kashal, you are so welcome. This masterclass has been an amazing experience. Yes, so good. All right, you guys, have an amazing rest of your day. Message me if you have any questions about any of the programs or anything. I love you guys, and we'll see you soon.